Welcome back to lesson 3. Okay, in this lesson I'm just going to show you how to handle your camera and introduce you to some parts of the camera. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. So the camera is divided into two parts: the camera body and the lens. The camera body and the lens. Okay, so the camera body and the lens. The camera body and the lens. The camera body consists of various buttons that allows you to determine whatever settings you want to use in your camera. You have the shutter release button, you have the ISO button, different buttons here that you can use that helps you, enables you to decide the settings of your camera. You also have the shooting modes. Okay, you are able to decide what shooting mode you are going to use. You have the light or speed light hot shoe here, and this is the part where you have the mirror, the camera mirror, and then the camera sensor is in here. This is where the lens goes in. Okay, so this is the camera body, and it contains a lot of buttons that allow you to take images. Now this is the lens. I'm going to use, there are different types of lenses, but this course doesn't take care of types of lenses. This is a lens, a basic lens that you can use, and this lens has a button on it that you can use in determining the type of focus, whether you want to be on autofocus or manual focus. Remember, we already defined what focus is, autofocus and manual focus. So you can decide whether you want it on autofocus or on manual focus. This is the focusing ring. If it's on manual focus, you are able to decide the point in your image that will be sharp and in focus. So you use the focusing ring, to decide that. This is your zoom ring. Zoom in and zoom out. This is a zoom lens, so you are able to zoom in and zoom out. You are able to zoom in and zoom out. So this is the zoom ring. So this is a basic lens, okay? So in trying to use your camera, if you want to combine both the camera body and the camera lens, you have to open the camera body up, and then in most cameras you can see the point where you can now insert the lens into the body. There's this red dot here. I align both red dots and then insert. So I now have the camera body and the camera lens together. Okay, this safety belt is not here for design, it's for safety. So it is advised that you always have your camera holder around your neck for safety, around your neck so that it doesn't fall off. Or if you're not comfortable with it around your neck, you can have it around your wrist. Okay, tighten it around your wrist, whatever you're comfortable with. Always ensure that your camera is safe. Okay, so now, how do you handle a camera? You grip with your right hand, you grip the camera with the first 3 fingers. There's a provision for a grip here. So you hold it with the first 3. Your index finger is free so that you can always use it on the shutter button, okay, to take your images. You want to capture the images, you press the shutter button to take the picture. And then your thumb is behind the body, camera body. This allows you to touch on whatever points you want to touch on. If you want to make some changes while you are creating images, you want to reduce the aperture and all that, you can do that with your thumb. Now your left hand is under the lens. The left hand is under the lens. It is advised for you to have steady images, for you to have a good grip while you are taking a picture. It's advised that you have your legs standing apart, not together, a little apart, so that you are stable on the ground. Just in case someone hits you, you do not fall while you are taking an image. Okay, so your legs standing a little bit apart. For you to have straight images, your elbows should be on your rib. Okay, on your rib this way. Okay, so in taking pictures, your left hand is under. This allows you to work on the focusing ring if you have to do that while you are taking your picture, or to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, zoom in and zoom out. So this is the basic way on how to handle your camera. Zoom in, zoom out, your elbows gripping your ribs, your your right hand, first 3 fingers holding the grip on the body of the camera, your index finger free for pressing the shutter button, your thumb behind the camera body to actually change whatever settings you would like to change while you are working on. This is the mode, the shooting modes for you to set. This knob here is for you to set the shooting modes. This is the viewfinder. From here, you look in through here to see whatever image you want to capture. And then this is an LED screen. When you have captured your image, you can play, you can see whatever images you have captured here. Okay, so that's basically a brief about the camera. I advise that when you get your digital camera, or if you already have one, get the manual, read the manual, so you familiarize yourself with the different knobs, the different buttons, and the different settings that you have on your camera, okay? The most important thing is that you understand your camera and how to use it, so that the principles are the same. Whatever brand, this is a Canon, but whatever brand you are using, it doesn't matter whether it's a Nikon, whether it's a Sony, whether it's a Panasonic, whatever type of camera you're using, the basic principles of photography remain the same, okay? And handling your camera safely is very important, okay? So if you wanted to detach the camera, there's a button you press here that enables you detach, and then you unlock. It's very important that you do not allow dust into your camera or into your lens, because that will be very damaging to your camera, okay? So as time goes on, as we continue on this course, if there are new parts of the camera I need to talk about, I will talk about them. Thank you.